Welcome to the Backrooms, liminal spaces, interdimensional realities, and the deep recesses of the human mind, where physics, reality, and the unknown come together, and come apart. Let's explore the Backrooms and why this genre has become so popular and fascinating to many. It's something quite familiar and yet deeply disturbing. Let's explore the Backrooms. My first encounter with the Backrooms started with Rod Serling's The Twilight Zone in the episode Little Girl Lost from 1962. This fascinating journey into interdimensional reality where the laws of physics no longer apply really just sparked such an interest in me, and I just found that subject matter so fascinating, that there are these different dimensions within and around us that we may already be inside of and don't realize. And so fast forward to 2026, The Backrooms. This brilliant film really captures this phenomenon and just exquisitely. So let's take it apart and put it back together in this exploration of the Backrooms. Parallel universes, interdimensional reality and unreality. Let's get started.
You just need to pass through the portal. You know where it is.
The Backrooms explosion. In the late 2010s, the internet stumbled onto a place it instantly recognized but couldn't explain. A single photograph, yellow walls, stained carpet, buzzing fluorescent lights, spread across forums like a digital wildfire. Millions of people looked at it and felt the same uncanny jolt. I've been here before, but I shouldn't be. This was the birth of the Backrooms, a modern myth that grew from a meme into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. And when Kane Pixels released his short film, the fascination exploded. Suddenly, the Backrooms weren't just an image. They were a place you could fall into, a place you could get lost in, a place that felt more real than fiction. So why the Backrooms hit us so hard? This idea resonates so deeply, so quickly. But why? It is because the Backrooms tap into a psychological instinct older than civilization. Liminal spaces, empty hallways, abandoned offices, dead malls trigger a primal alarm. Also, derealization, where something feels real but not real at the same time. It's as though we've walked into a new dimension where the laws of physics and logic and reason don't apply. Also, the point of nostalgia. It is nostalgia mixed with dread. The rooms look like a childhood memory, but something's gone wrong. something's missing. It is this missing component that makes it so eerie. The simulation of anxiety, the fear that reality is glitching. The back rooms feel like a dream you forgot, or a place you escaped from. Let's consider the quantum angle. Modern physics tells us that reality is far stranger than it appears. Quantum tunneling. Particles slip through solid barriers. Many worlds, infinite parallel realities exist side by side. Decoherence. The universe chooses a version of reality. Simulation theory tells us that the glitches are remnants or markers of the multiple dimensional realities. So now I want to cut back to the Twilight Zone, Little Girl Lost. So this is what I thought of when I first saw the Backrooms. It reminded me of this episode from the Twilight Zone. Little Girl Lost. A child disappears through her bedroom wall. Her voices echo from nowhere. Her parents panic. A physicist calmly explains that she has slipped into the fourth dimension, a space adjacent to ours, but misaligned. So, when I think about multiple dimensions, I have to discuss Donnie Darko. There again, we're playing with the theme of multiple universes. And as I mentioned in my analysis of Donnie Darko, when we are entering the tangent universe, we're in a different place, and yet no one knows that they are acting within this tangent universe. And so the universe has to make something happen in the tangent universe so that the rest of reality doesn't start collapsing onto itself. So another one that comes to my mind is Poltergeist. So in Poltergeist, the little child enters this other dimension through the television. So these spirit entities are calling her in because they need to use her for her light energy, that she's such an innocent. And so she's tricked. They talk to her through the television and eventually absorb her. And so then the parents, along with Tangina, have to bring her out of that universe, that dimension, and pull her back into reality. So it's very fascinating, this running theme that has existed for a while now. So I know for many it's a new concept and people feel as though they discovered it, but it's always been there, playing with reality and altered states of reality. Another element that clearly pops up in this film is surrealism. Is this a Salvador Dali painting? Or a painting by Paul Delvaux or Max Ernst? This examination of dreams, dream logic, altered states of consciousness, dimensions beyond our understanding. Really fascinating. And the Backrooms hits the mark in a very good way. Just really takes you on a ride, and you don't know where you are, and yet you do, and you think you know what's going on, and you don't. It's just fascinating. I also think of Lewis Carroll and Alice in Wonderland and the Jabberwocky, all of these strange, fantastical realms. The Wizard of Oz, right? Dorothy goes into this other dimension. It's so real, it's so palpable, And yet we come to learn it's a hallucination. Or was it? Maybe she really did go to the Emerald City and visit with Oz. So I just love these fantasy type movies, the exploration of the unknown. And definitely the Backrooms does not disappoint. Very good stuff. I hope you will see it if you haven't already. It's worthwhile. Best to see it in a theater.